So recently, it's come up again that people think video games make their child violent. What do you think about this? Do you agree?
I believe that the video games are triggering a violence that's already there. They're triggering unprocessed emotion that's already there. Our children are living at home playing video games, and they're not going outside. They're not being grounded outside in the grass and the ground. They're not getting their masculine energy out. Even girls out having a wrestle and a tumble and climbing a tree and racing and doing all these things that children should be doing to learn about their masculinity and their femininity. They're sitting at home watching TV. They're sitting at home playing computer games, and this energy is building up and building up and building up. And they start to notice in themselves that they're getting something out. They're getting this energy that needs to be processed out. And the video game's doing that. And the parent then turns the video game off, usually halfway through a process. The child wants to get this out, especially boys. Boys want to be boys. They want to be boisterous. They want to shoot at things. They want to bow and arrow. They want to be cowboys and Indians. They have to be. It's part of the primal part of the male energy to have violence in it, to protect their families when they grow up. Okay, this is primal. Okay, so when our children aren't doing that, okay, when they aren't out there doing it, okay, then these computer games are triggering this energy in their bodies that needs to come out. And so where they're going to take it out, the people they should take it out on, okay, they should be bouncing off their parents, off their siblings. These are the safe people. Okay, so parents who are saying their children are violent because of computer games need to have a very clear look at what's happening with their children that should be happening that isn't happening outside time. I live in a suburban area, and in the holidays, I am so surprised how few screaming children I hear in the gardens, how few children are out there playing and screaming and laughing and joking. And sometimes I get quite embarrassed because my son and I and his mum and my daughter would be out there making noise and friends would be coming over. We'd be the noisiest house in the neighborhood easily. You know, my son wrestles all the time. We have wrestle competitions. You know, he wrestles his mum. He's getting bigger than her now, and he's only 10, and he's really getting in there. And he can play computer games every now and again, and he doesn't even want to play the violent games. He doesn't need to, because that boisterous boy energy is out. And it's for girls too. They need to get that boisterous energy out. They need to go climbing trees. They need to be racing the other boys and the other girls. They need to be children. Computers, games, this is not childhood. This is hiding away, and parents are afraid their children are going to get hurt. My son is never far away from me. I'm always with him, always close to him. More now at 10 years old, he's pulling away. But, a little bit pulling away, not a lot. But, I know where he is. I know what's going on for him 99.9% of the time. Okay, when he's with me. They should be going out, you know, and think about cavemen and cavewoman times. And we are still cavemen and cavewomen. It's too short a period of time. Okay, we may be full of technology, but we need to realize that we are still cavemen and cavewomen. Our children should be going out there throwing spears, throwing stones, doing these actions, okay, to learn to protect. Computer games doesn't learn to protect. Okay, these things aren't actually feeding into the primal part of the child. So when we give them these games, my son's friend around the corner, just here, he has a TV, a game console, and they play one of these really violent games. My son's there 3 minutes, I'm bored. I'd rather go outside and play on my scooter. I'd rather come home, get the whole bunch of Nerf guns. Yesterday they spent 2 hours in the park playing Nerf guns. I had kids in and out. You can even look around the house, you'll find Nerf bullets. Even though I've cleaned up, there's still Nerf bullets everywhere. Because they're playing these action games where nobody's getting hurt. And last night he was asleep in 10 seconds. Because he had got his energy out. Children sitting at home because their parents are afraid to let the children go out and get hurt and get dirty, get muddy. If my son doesn't need a bath at the end of the day, I'm worrying about his childhood. I want him to be out there doing. And I'm lazy. I'll be sitting at home watching TV. I'm quite happy with that. No, but he'll be out on his scooter and he'll be going, Dad, let's go for a walk. And I'll go for a walk with him. Let's go out. Let's go do things. We'll go and do them. You know, we get active as much as we can. You know, and outside life is just as important as the TV and the computers. So if you're blaming the computer games, You need to look at yourselves. You need to look at what's going on for the kids, what's going on for them and their energy, and what they should be doing as children.
Do you think parents now will give them like the games and tell them to go play the games in the first place to keep them occupied so that they can have some quiet time?
This is a thing that is happening. It's a very hard one for me to answer because unfortunately I believe that a lot of times parents are using a screen to parent their children, and that's not parenting. Yeah. And I can honestly say it's happened only very occasionally in my home. It happens often in the morning when I'm too tired and he's awake early and I'm like, there's the screen for a while.
I think it's okay, but in small doses.
Minimizing it as little as possible. And under 6, as little as possible. Their brains cannot cope with it. They just cannot cope with it. When my son watches TV, well, now he's getting 10, he's doing a bit of his own stuff as well. But when he watches TV for me beforehand, he never watched TV to be his parent. Everything we watch together. So his TV likes, he doesn't know normal TV. Normal children's TV, he doesn't know what it is. He doesn't understand who some of these TV programs are. He's showing the normal stuff, all the kids know. He's like, what? He knows more adult TV because we watch more interesting things because I don't want to watch the child stuff and he's interested in things I want to watch. So he's interested in David Attenborough. He's interested in all these things. His knowledge about animals is beyond belief because he's watching interesting programs, not just kids stuff that keep kids at the same level because they watch the same thing over and over again and not being expanded. And also be very careful. My son doesn't like violent things. He doesn't like aggression, so we keep that stuff to a minimal. He will leave the room if something feels scary, even if it's not scary at all. If it feels scary when the music goes dum dum, he's out the room. Okay, so we're pacifying that. Okay, I really am not trying to blame parents because society pushes this on us. Advertising and marketing pushes this on us, and these games have 2-second things. It's a 2-second thing. Every 2 seconds it's changing like this. The brain advertising every 2 seconds it changes. The child's brain gets absorbed in. Okay, it's designed to do that. But take that away for a while. Go out and play with your kids. Show them how to play outside so they can learn to do it properly. You don't want to be in the summer. Trust me, the amount of times I get wet from water fights, it's unbelievable. We're playing and learning and doing with our bodies. You will learn more, a child will learn more crawling through the mud, climbing a tree, playing hide and seek outside than they will do playing any computer game for as long as you want.